Good morning. My name is Christy Obiaya. I am the Chief Executive Officer and a member of the Board of Directors of Heliogen Inc., and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this special meeting of stockholders. It is 6:00 a.m. Pacific Time and 9:00 a.m. Eastern Time on August 8, 2025, and in accordance with the notice of the special meeting, I hereby call to order the special meeting of stockholders. As you know, we are holding this special meeting virtually. All questions must be submitted through the question field on the special meeting website. Only validated stockholders may submit questions for consideration. To ensure sufficient time for all attendees to submit questions, we ask that you limit yourself to 2 questions per person. Though we may not be able to answer every question, we will do our best to provide a response to as many questions as time allows. Before we get to the formal business of the meeting, I would like to introduce Debbie Chen, General Counsel and Secretary, and Phelps Morris, Chief Financial Officer. In order to ensure an orderly meeting, we ask that you honor the rules of conduct for the meeting, a copy of which is available on the meeting website. There is one item of business on today's agenda: adoption of the merger agreement. To assure impartial vote tabulation, Louis Larson, a representative of Broadridge, has been designated as the Inspector of Election for this special meeting and has subscribed to an oath to faithfully execute his duties as Inspector of Election. Mr. Larson is present remotely.
As Secretary, I hereby present to this special meeting the sworn affidavit of distribution of the notice of this special meeting. The notice having first been mailed by first-class mail on July 11, 2025, to all company stockholders of record at the close of business on June 30, 2025, which is the record date for purposes of voting at this special meeting. Our transfer agent has prepared a complete list of the holders of record of common stock entitled to vote at this special meeting. The list includes the names and addresses of the stockholders arranged in alphabetical order and the number of shares held. Shareholders may request the list during the special meeting on the meeting portal. I will file with the records of the company a copy of the notice of this special meeting, the definitive proxy statement, the form of proxy card, and the affidavit concerning the mailing of these materials. On June 30th, 2025, the record date for this special meeting, there were 6,165,848 shares of common stock outstanding and entitled to vote at this special meeting. Mr. Larson has informed me that shareholders of more than the majority of the votes that could be cast by the holders of all outstanding shares of common stock entitled to vote at this special meeting are present virtually or represented by proxy. Therefore, subject to final verification by the Inspector of Election, a quorum is deemed to be present.
Thank you, Debbie. As I mentioned, there is one item of business to be voted on today. Detailed information is contained in the definitive proxy statement delivered in connection with this special meeting. Before I describe the item on today's agenda, I hereby declare the polls for the matter to be voted on are open. For each share of common stock that you owned as of the close of business on the record date of June 30th, 2025, you will have one vote on each of the matters to be voted upon today. After I describe the proposals on today's agenda to be voted upon, and after the Q&A portion, we will close the polls. We will not accept ballots, proxies, revocations, or changes after the closing of the polls. If you previously voted by proxy, whether by mail, telephone, or internet, you should not vote again unless you wish to change your vote. Your submission of a vote now will revoke all proxies. The persons named in the proxy will vote your shares as indicated on the proxy that you previously provided. If you intend to vote and have not already done so, you must submit your vote online now in order for it to be counted. You can vote online at www.virtualshareholdermeeting.com/HLGN2025SM. If you have not voted, I encourage you to vote online now. I will now proceed with reading the proposal into the record. The business before the special meeting is the proposal to adopt the agreement and plan of merger and reorganization by and among Heliogen Inc., Zeo Energy Corp., Hyperion Merger Corp., and Hyperion Acquisition LLC, dated May 28, 2025, which we will refer to as the merger agreement from here on. We will also refer to this proposal as the merger proposal from here on. The Board of Directors recommends a vote for this proposal. Stockholders who are attending this meeting with a valid 16-digit control number may submit questions for the Q&A portion of this special meeting. Stockholders can submit questions in the meeting portal. Questions should be restricted to the procedures for this special meeting and the proposals under consideration. We will try to answer questions submitted that are germane to the proposal in the next few minutes. Thank you for your understanding. We will now review if there are any questions submitted about the proposals, and we will read any germane questions out loud before responding. It is now 9:07 a.m. Eastern Time, and the polls for each matter to be voted on at this special meeting are now closed. No additional ballots, proxies, or votes, and no changes or revocations will be accepted. The ballots, proxies, and votes will now be tabulated by the Inspector of Election. I will now provide the preliminary results. The merger proposal has been approved by the affirmative vote of the majority of the outstanding shares of common stock at this August 8, 2025 special meeting. The final voting results, including any ballots and proxies recorded during this special meeting, will be set forth in the report of the Inspector of Election and will be included in the minutes of this special meeting. The final results will also be reported in a Form 8-K and filed with the SEC no later than 4 business days following this special meeting. I want to thank all of you for attending today's special meeting and for the interest you have shown in the affairs of Heliogen Inc. We very much appreciate your attendance and, as always, thank you for your support. This special meeting of stockholders of Heliogen Inc. is now adjourned.
The meeting has now concluded. Thank you for joining, and have a pleasant day.